I got my first show tomorrow night here in Perth. I'm really looking forward to it, man. Going to put my hour together out here and looking forward to all the people that I'm going to see and comics that I'm going to meet and that type of shit. And it's going to be insane. It's already going to be insane going through Australia and into New Zealand, but when I go into Southeast Asia, experiencing those cultures, it's just going to be unreal. Like in China, I had this great interview with the guy for the Hong Kong gig, and he was mentioning how Hong Kong, that they're basically their own deal. They have their own constitution and shit. But in mainland China, as he called it, like, he said recently they banned puns. They banned puns and wordplay in the media, which I know everybody else is probably going to laugh like, oh, that's silly. You can't make a pun. But, humor is a great way to take the piss out of the fucking people that are in power. And it's a clever way to do it where you can't quite get busted for it. And unless you get a psycho, which maybe they do, but whatever. But it's a way to kind of make your point and stay out of jail and start a movement or whatever. So they've banned that type of thing. And I guess the comedians in China are pushing the boundaries of what is allowed on stage. And what is amazing to me over there is that in China, the stand-ups over there, that art form, which I think eventually it will go global. It's really weird that art form has not. The fact that music, acting and all these film, all pictures, painting, all the other arts are worldwide. But stand-up, one of the great arts I feel that there is not worldwide. And it's like brand new essentially in China. And what's so fascinating, mainland China, what's so fascinating to me is that they are actually pre-Lenny Bruce over there. You know what I mean? Like I look at these other places where they can actually talk, and I'm like, it's exciting to me because it's like, all right, they're going to have their Richard Pryor, they're going to have their George Carlin, their Sam Kinison or whatever. And, these guys are actually in China are like, they're waiting for their Lenny Bruce to come along, which is pretty amazing to me. And I also can't imagine living in that type of oppression, how that would affect the comedy on just like a whole other level. Like just listening to like Richard Pryor and what he ended up talking about because of what he went through. I can't imagine over there. I don't know. It's just like a different thing. Like there's that whole fucking experience living in a fucking country where there's like, what is that, 3-4 billion fucking people or something like that? Or 1 billion people they got over there? I just can't imagine how you would try to stand out over there. And then you got this oppressive fucking thing where people got to stand in front of tanks and shit. I know that was like 25 years ago, but I don't know. I think it's going to be really interesting too. I'm hoping that some comics, when I go to Hong Kong, some Chinese comics will come out and I'll get to talk to them and find out about that. Because the guy was actually going, would you actually do a gig in mainland China? And I was like, no, I wouldn't, because I don't know how to I've been a free man, so I wouldn't know how to rein that in. I mean, I've done corporate gigs and tried to tone it down, but I wouldn't trust myself to not blurt out something that would then I'd end up, God knows what, having to have somebody call a fucking embassy over a shit show. I mean, I couldn't handle that, because the guy was going, do you have any advice for those kids over there? And I was like, no, I don't, because I had a privileged stand-up career where all those walls were already broken down. I actually said, well, I would like to talk to them, and hear what they're going through. But hopefully, things open up over there, because I really don't think that any government, if you fucking oppress the people, it can only last for so fucking long before people have had it. So hopefully, Jesus Christ. I mean, you need government and you need fucking rules and that type of shit, but you don't got to be taking it to that level, banning puns and fucking wordplay. Give me a break. Anyway, so that's the type of shit I'm going to be encountering here on this trip.